Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to Selenium Python training program. Today we are going to study about mouse over operation. So what exactly this mouse over operation means? See, here I'm using this Amorites.com as an application to validate this scenario. So in which whenever I clicked on a manage button, see here we do have a multiple options are getting displayed like manage, before you fly, packages, visa and passport. So among all those options, so whenever you mouse over on before you fly, corresponding options are getting displayed here. Now, I need to write down a WebDriver program which will perform the same operation, which is before you fly mouse over operation. That's what my scenario is. So the various steps in achieving this scenario are: the first one is open the browser and the app, and the next thing is click on manage button, identify the property related to it, and use a simple click command, and later we can use actions class to perform this action, which is a mouse over operation. Okay, which is a mouse over operation. Fine. So let me create a new script. So in order to do that, I'm copying an existing program and modify the basic commands in that. Okay, fine. Let me navigate to my PyCharm, and my last program is 20 seconds. Right click, copy it, and paste the new program here. And I'm changing the name as a 23rd. And on this one, I don't want all these things. So as soon as it maximizes the window, I just want these commands. So the first three commands will launch a browser, open an application, and maximize the browser. And last two commands will wait for some time and then it will terminate the browser. Now, copy the application URL and specify the URL within your program. Good enough. So far, we have completed the first two steps. Now, we need to click on a manage button, then only the information is getting displayed. So in order to do so, I need to identify a unique property for manage. So right click, inspect, and here see it has a data ID, data link, a class. These many properties are there. I'm considering a data link property to write down my XPath, and the HTML tag name is a slash slash a open braces at the rate data underscore link is equal to. See here I got a one of one which is invalid XPath. Copy it, go back to your program. Here driver dot find element by XPath, and once after we identified that, just click on that, and whenever you perform a click operation on that, see these options are getting displayed. So right click on a before you fly, inspect, and the before you fly is having a data link in a different way, manage before you fly, and the HTML tag name itself is a. So in the previous XPath, I am updating the content in a data link. See here, it is pointing to before you fly the same object. Copy these objects, go back here, driver dot find element by XPath, and I am storing it in a obj is equal to. Obj is a complete object information. Once after we captured this object information, let's use this action driver. See, we have a created action driver object in our previous sessions, guys. Let me open my any of the previous scripts. See, actions chain of a driver. The same command I'm going to use. So copy it and paste it here. Dot. In order to perform operation here, we need to go for move to elements. So, but here the auto suggestion, the commands are not displaying. The reason is action chains is not imported. So mouse over on this action chain and it is suggesting me to import. I just imported the required package, and now all these methods are getting displayed. Among all those options, move to element is a command which I can use whenever I know the specific object information and I am using a dot perform. So here, move to element is a command which will move cursor to a specific object. Okay, that's it. And perform is the method which is used to perform that operation. Now, let me run my test script and see how this is going to work. I'm just trying to execute my test script here. We have a window maximize also. Okay, so it should maximize the application, uh, the browser in which we have the application, and see, before you fly, it performed a mouse over operation. Okay, cool. Good enough. And even it terminated the browser too. Cool. So this is the first scenario where in which we performed a mouse over operation. And in continuation with that, the second scenario which I want to do is after performing mouse over operation, click on any one link. Okay, after you perform a mouse over operation on that particular object, then my requirement is to perform a click operation on that. Hence I'm just navigating to my browser, and let me list down the steps here. The steps are above steps plus we need to do below action, right? We just need to do a below action. So the point here is identify the desired object which you want to click. Okay, so what I want to do is under my before fly, so I want to click on a travel information. Okay, I have identified that. So the next point is capture property related to the desired objects. See here, under the manage before you fly, right click on a travel information, inspect elements, and it has a div tag. See guys, it has a div tag and it has a class name and even it has a role. So far, we know that if there is any object with a default or a different properties, the syntax we used in a XPath is a slash slash tag name, open braces at the rate of property type equal to. In the single quotes, we are specifying the property value. If it is a single property, if we want to specify multiple properties of an object, then slash slash tag name, open braces at the rate of property type 1 is equal to property value 1, and I can use an AND operator and type 2 equal to value 2. Sorry guys. So like this, we can pass multiple properties information. And for this object, I have a class and a role also. I want to pass these two things. Copy the class name, write down an XPath, slash slash div open braces at the rate of class equal to space and. So I need to give the role. I haven't seen that property. Let me inspect it again. And the role equal to heading. And at the rate role is equal to heading. Close the braces. See, whenever I perform that, whenever I have created that XPath, if you clearly observe, there are 11 objects it is populating. Okay, it is identifying 11 different objects. Okay, and one of 11, this is not my required object. So what I am doing right now means, let me hit enter in this one. 2 of 11, the text on this 2 of 11 is some check online. See, below that you have a span tag, and on the span tag you have a actual information. So what I can do means I can use slash span. So that's what my actual object is. So whenever I use a span tag, now it is highlighting the desired text, but there are 22 objects are there now. Among all the 22 objects, it is highlighting the first object, which is manage your booking. That's not my desired object. My desired object is a travel information, something like that, right? Travel information is my desired object. This is what my desired object is. But with that property, whatever I have given, see here, one point here is we identified a XPath for the desired objects, but we noticed that there are 22 objects in the same web page with that property. Then how can we identify our desired objects? In order to achieve this one, we have two ways. The first method is identify the count of the desired objects, like whether it is fifth or sixth or fourth or third. Identify that desired object count. This is the first way. How would I know whether immediately? How come we know the object index? Right? Or how can I know the object count? See, the simple point is once we capture the XPath, we can press enter button there, which is incrementing that number, right? 1 of 22, 2 of 22, like that. Whenever you are clicking on enter button, if you found a desired text, then we can see or we can consider it as our count. Okay, see here, as of now 1 of 11 is manage booking. I'm hitting enter button here. 2 of 11 is a different text. 3 of 22 is a check online, and 4 of 22 is a flight status and travel information. My required stuff is a travel information, which is 7 of 22. So I identified that. Okay, so the next step out over here is finally we identified the count as 7. Then how can I perform click operation on that? So there is a separate syntax. Open braces, XPath, close the braces, open this braces, and the count. You can pass. This is a syntax which will be identifying the unique object with the count whatever we have specified. With the count whatever we have specified, it's going to identify that. See, my XPath is here itself. For this XPath, this is what my count is. So here the syntax is suggesting that open the brace before the XPath and close the brace after the XPath. See, I'm opening the brace before my XPath and I'm closing the brace after my XPath. And we need to mention the count in this type of a braces, and my count is a 7. So open 7, close it. See, whenever you have a given that now 1 of 1 is displaying and travel information is displaying for us, right? Travel information is displaying for us. So now, as we identified a unique object, let's use this property and perform click operation. Okay, let's use this property and perform a click operation. So for this scenario, I don't want to change my previous program. I'm copying my previous program and I'm creating a new program on top of that, and I'm giving a name as a 24. And in this program, so here driver dot find element by xpath dot click. And what is your XPath? This is what my XPath is. Go back here, paste it. And let me try to run my script and see whether it is clicking on travel information or not. It's executing our script. Let us see. Okay, so it should maximize the browser and then it should click on a manage. See, the travel information got a click, hence the travel information screen got a displayed for us. So this is the way how to select a option from the list of options. And this is one way. As I told you that there are two different ways. We have studied only one way, which is identify the count of a desired object and perform the operation. This is a one way. And we have a second way, which we will continue it in the next lecture. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye.